Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mngoni Mkonto. Today, I want to talk about uh, the the Indian community in South Africa. I was reading about how did the Indian community in South Africa or in Durban is the biggest settlements of Indians outside India. So I was wondering why is it like that. I was reading and I find out that when the British came to South Africa, when they conquered uh, the black people. Actually, when they were still relating with Shaka Zulu, when they still had a good relationship with Shaka Zulu or the kingdom of the Zulus, they used to go to India to take slaves which are going to work on the sugarcane plantation in Durban. They used to go to India and take slaves. They come uh, with with ships, so they would stay. They were allowed to be slaves for 3 years. You would work for Britain for 3 years without pay. You would work for a British company for 3 years without pay if you are an Indian and you were not. After that, you were allowed. You could be allowed to go back home. But the problem was there was no money allocated to these people to go back home, and there was no transportation. There was no air transportation by then. It was only sea transport. So a lot of this Indian community ended up settling in South Africa because of the exploitation or the slavery which they were put under by the British. The people from India, uh, their culture is Hinduism. They are actually Hindus. The reason I talk about this community, the Indian community, the Indian community. It's more related. Their cultural practice. In reality, it's more related to our own cultural practice. Uh, I wonder if this is not a deliberate separation by the white people. Because if you check the way the Hindus are praying and you check the way the Africans are praying, it's actually the same culture. They all believe in incarnations, and they don't believe in one God. We believe in uh, uh, allowing everybody to pray to any entity they feel will give them power. So Hindus also allow different gods to be praised. So I wanted to actually show to black people, those who care, that I think we actually have a more closer relationship to the Indians uh, in terms of our culture than the British, who conquered us and made us Christian, converted us into Christian. I think our religion, it could be Hinduism, it could be the same, it could be the African spirituality, could be Hinduism, because the way Hinduism is being practiced and the way African spirituality is being practiced, when I pay a closer look at these things, they are actually the same thing. So it could happen that Africans are actually Hindus. And there's a reason why we don't know any, we don't have a lot of information about Hindus. It's the same reason why we don't have more information about um, African spirituality, because these are very powerful way uh, of expressing ourselves in terms of spirituality. So if that is promoted, it will destroy the kingdom of the British kingdom. So they destroyed those cultures, um, and separated the world, so that people don't realize that we are actually the same and we are actually one thing. So my point was, the Indians and the Hindus of India are the same as in terms of their culture as the African. It's just that we've not been relating in a proper way because of apartheid. I think if we pay more attention to each other, we could find that there's more things that we can actually work together uh, to solve our African problems. I thank you for listening.